You're watching Hot Wok Academy. My name is Mingjin Tong. Let's make a great Daikon tofu with shiitake mushroom soup. Get your ingredients and let's cook. Quick review of the ingredients. For our tofu, we're gonna be using a medium firm tofu. Now for tofu, we want it to be as soft as possible, but it often falls apart in the soup. So get a medium firm and it'll soften up nice for you. For our daikon, you just want a small one to match the ratio for the rest of the mushrooms. And this is a Chinese daikon, white. You'll notice it's white all the way through. The Korean kind has that nice green top to it. And we'll peel that. For our garnishings, we're gonna have 1 scallion and 1 ginger root. I'll show you what to do with that. And to make our soup base, we're actually gonna use here, this is just nori. Seaweed out of the pack. We used to eat these as kids. Really fun way to open them. I'll show you how. For our mushroom, we're gonna have fresh shiitake mushroom. I'll show you how to process those. And then canola oil to stir fry it a little bit before we start the soup. And of course, just some salt. And here we just have water for the base of our soup. So you'll want to begin. Let's go ahead and do our garnishings first. How about that? So for our scallion, we're going to make the scallion so that it's very long and skinny. And we want to do that because we're going to match it to the ginger root. So to achieve that, I guess I'll just kind of keep it whole like this. And what you want to do is we're going to cut the scallion at a really steep, long angle. And when you do that, what happens is the scallion looks really nice, very pretty, and you can use it to sprinkle it on your soup at the very end. And you can even use this white part here. It'll just have the same shape. And of course, that different color is nice. You need a nice sharp knife to make that happen. So there's our scallion topping. And then for our ginger root topping, so this is just 1 small knob of ginger root. What we're gonna cut in Chinese is something called jiangsi. Now I'm laughing because it's a little bit funny. In Chinese, we call this jiang. And then the type of cut we're gonna make, which a French term which is used in American cooking is julienne. We call it si. And but you put those together in Chinese, and there's like this kind of the original Chinese zombie. His name is Jiangsi as well. So I always laugh about that. Hope you can find that funny. What I want to do first is I want to square up my ginger root. So I'm actually going to cut it into essentially a cube. All right, and these pieces I could save for later use. And I notice here my ginger root is a little bit funky, so I'm gonna kind of cut out some of those weird pieces. All right, that's gonna be okay. And what we wanna do is we're gonna cut some planks first, and we're gonna lay them down like a deck of cards, and we'll come back through. So fingernails down, and just a real thin shave of your ginger root all the way through. You don't want big chunks because these si or julienne is what we're going for, and we want them nice and thin. All right, so from here, you can lay all your pieces down, and I'm just gonna take a minute here to line them all up. And again, just like playing cards, you can take these and fan them out and get them ready to go the other way. Now, my cuts here were actually not very good, I will say, kind of varying thickness. But what you can do is when you come through this way this time, make sure you go real small so that they are very, very thin. So these tiny little shreds is what you want to be able to add as a topping for your soup. Very juicy, very, very fragrant. All right. Again, imperfect, but you practice and get better than me at that. So go ahead and put that in, and that's for our fragrant topping. Let's get our seaweed ready. And if you've ever eaten this seaweed, this is how we used to do it as kids. So you open it up or you kind of tear your piece off, and it's like a little air bubble, so we kind of pop it. Just like that, and then that's how we open them. So kind of fun. Let's get these out. And I think I'll use all 3 packs of this. Oh, that didn't open. Well, one more. Actually, I think 2 packs will be enough. So what we want to do is same thing. We're going to use this seaweed as a flavor base to make our soup because it's all vegetarian. We're not going to be adding any kind of chicken in there or anything like that. So same thing. You just want to make some nice cuts to make little ribbons here. And make sure you have a nice sharp knife to be able to do this. A dry product is always a little bit more difficult to cut. All right. So there we go. Actually, I'm going to put my ginger root in with my scallions. And then here is my nori, the seaweed for the base. All right. For our mushrooms, for shiitake mushrooms, when you get them, they are going to be nice and plump if you get the fresh ones. Don't get dry for this recipe. You do want fresh ones. And for the stem is really, really woody. There's not really a way to cook the woodiness out of this. So we are simply going to remove the stem. You just want to hold it and kind of roll it out. Try to keep the tops nice. For this particular recipe, we want the tops of the shiitake, some of them to have a certain pattern, which I'll show you in a second. So some of the ones that have some kind of tearing on the top, we'll chop those up, but the ones that look a little bit nicer, we'll preserve them so that when we make the soup, we can present it a certain way. So you want to take all of these stems out. Okay. So you just want to cut a little star pattern, okay? So don't go all the way through, but you can do here and here and here. And when you do that, when it cooks up, it'll look really nice, okay? So we'll do that with the ones that still look okay. Probably just 4 of them we'll cut that way. All right, there's the 6 cuts there, or 6 pieces. And for the rest of the ones where the mushroom cap is a little messed up, what I'll do is I'm just gonna cut those into quarters, and that will just go right into our soup as well. All right, so there's our mushrooms. For our daikon, what you want to do is I've rinsed this already so it's nice and clean, but you do want to shave and peel off all that sin. So get yourself a nice Y peeler. This Y peeler is fantastic. The Y shape actually helps with the peeling. So it's better, I think, than a candy bar peeler or a straight stick peeler. All right, once you've got that all peeled, let's go ahead and take off the root end, and we can also take off the stem end. And I think I've demonstrated a roll cut before. What I'm actually going to do today is we're actually going to cut this right in half, so we're not going to be roll cutting it. And we'll cut this in half as well. And we're going to make a pretty basic cut. Just all the way through, you're going to get little quarter rounds that kind of look like this. And each size should be roughly the same. It's not that important that they're perfect. You do want to make sure that you get sizes that fit well on your spoon, okay? So here's all of our daikon. And of course, the last piece then is our tofu. For the tofu, I like to make a cut on the top and a cut on the bottom. That opens up some air for the liquid to get out pretty easily. All right, once that's drained, let's open it up the rest of the way. And let's go ahead and pull that out. For our tofu, because I want the quantity of the daikon and the tofu to be about the same. I'm probably only gonna use about half of this tofu. So let's go ahead and start by cutting this in half. I can use this half for another recipe later. And I want the size of the tofu to roughly match the size of the daikon. So to achieve that, I'm gonna bring my knife and go horizontally, make my first cut this way. Then from here, I'm gonna go ahead and make, let's see, I'll do probably 2 cuts this direction and probably about 5 cuts this direction. You don't want it to be too small because they will fall apart in the soup, okay? Okay, that's all the prep. Let's go to the stove and put our soup together. Okay, once you're all set with all of your ingredients prepped, what you want to do is, I've got here a saucepan that's got about 6 cups of water, and I've just brought it to a simmer. And what we want to do is you want to actually begin to flavor your water with the seaweed that you cut up earlier. So the way we're going to do that is bringing the water all the way up to a simmer, to a boil, and we're going to cut that heat now. And what we want to do is add all that seaweed right into your water. All right, and kind of get that washed out here. And we're gonna actually just let that soak. We're not really gonna boil that because what's happening is we're gonna flavor the water with the seaweed. We're not really gonna be putting the seaweed into our soup. We'll straighten it out later. And also, of course, let's go ahead and add a little bit of salt, and this will help to begin to flavor that water and bring out some of that seaweed flavor as well. So that's just gonna soak. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take our wok. I'm using here a carbon steel wok. This is a 14-inch seasoned wok. And in the middle, you'll see I'm gonna transition from the stove top and removing the ring so it sits down a little bit lower. So for now, let's go ahead and get our fire all the way high. And let me get my vent fans on. This is canola oil. And let's go ahead and do just a little bit of oil there at the bottom. Now, the reason we're gonna do this step is because we want to pre-cook some of the ingredients. The tofu and the mushroom and the daikon, we wanna go ahead and get that cooked just a little bit before we turn it into a soup, okay? So we can actually start with our, we can start with all of it at the same time, and I'm just gonna start with the tofu to let that fry just a little bit. I'll turn my heat down. I've got it now, it's pretty high already. You can see the oil has already reached the smoke point. So let's go ahead and add our tofu. Oh, there's quite a bit of water in there. I don't want to add that. Let me dump that out here. All right, so into our hot wok, we will introduce our tofu first. We're just gonna let that sizzle a little bit and develop some flavors. Anytime you're adding food to a hot wok, you're developing secondary flavors, like a crispy fried tofu flavor we'll be developing on the edges of this right here. All right, let's give that a toss. And again, like I said earlier, you do want to have a firm tofu if you're gonna be doing soup, especially if you're gonna be pre-cooking it in this way, okay? Let's do a little bit of salt on this as well. You can see here, one chunk of tofu has fallen apart. And that, again, is a reason why you gotta use firm tofu, otherwise it would fall apart completely. Let's go ahead and introduce our daikon. Give that a bit of a toss. I don't wanna be too vigorous with it because I don't want that tofu to break. So I gotta be real gentle here. Let's see if I can toss it gently. Just a little bit to get that mixed up. A little bit more salt on my daikon. And again, this stage is to develop flavors before you add your water in, okay? And then lastly, I'll put my shiitake mushrooms in. We're gonna let that go just a little bit. I am gonna add a little bit of oil because the mushrooms soak up quite a bit of it. I've got my fire at the highest heat. Okay, once you've essentially sauteed or stir-fried these items just a little bit, again, we want them to begin to cook, we want them to absorb some of that salt, and we want them to develop some of those flavors. What we don't want is we don't want burning. This is a nice soup that doesn't have, we want it to be a very light color. So at this stage, what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop the wok into the stove. If you've got a wok ring, now's the time to remove the wok ring so that you have more stability in your wok. So let's go ahead and take that out. And I'm gonna put my wok lower down in. And at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and add my basket here, and I will strain my soup. Okay, from here, we'll take this out, and we're just gonna let this simmer now. It's already at a boil. You can see because there was already, this water was already so hot, and there was so much heat in the wok. Let's just give it a small stir. We're gonna cover that, and we're gonna let that simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. Once you've got your soup simmering, you should let it go for about 10 minutes, maybe 12 minutes. It really depends on the daikon. So the tofu is cooked, ready to go. The mushroom cooks very quickly. The daikon is what you need to test. So this is what we'll do. We've got it already simmering for about 12 minutes. So let's go and take a look. Just a low rolling simmer. You don't want it to go too fast. A high boil will ruin your tofu. So keep it kind of low. And what we'll do here is a couple things, 2 ways to test it. First is with a cake tester. A cake tester is really, really helpful. It's a simple tool. It only costs maybe like $1 or $2. And all it is a handle for holding and a very thin wire. And this helps you to actually be able to feel, is my daikon cooked all the way through? Or you can use it for potatoes to test the inside. So what we'll do is we'll just take a little bit of a daikon, and let's go ahead and just poke it through. What I'm looking for is any resistance. Do I feel a consistent softness all the way through, or is there a resistance on the inside? So we'll stick it in, and yeah, it's perfectly cooked all the way through, very tender. If you cook it longer, it does become translucent, and some people like it that way, but I know that with this consistency, it's gonna be really good. And if you want your daikon to have a bit more of a texture when you bite into it, this is the time to stop, okay? Second test is you want to test for salt flavor. Make sure you've got enough saltiness in there. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of that broth, and let's try that. That's perfect. It's tasting really good, actually. It's got a great meaty flavor from that mushroom. So let's go ahead and plate it up, and we'll be all done with this dish. Let's get some of that broth. And how about one of these mushrooms? All right. There we go, and let's cut the fire, and let's not forget to add some of our garnish. So again, we're gonna add our jiangsi, our ginger root, just a little bit of that here, and then of course some of our scallions, and we are ready to go. I hope you try this. It's really a hearty wintertime soup, and let us know what you think about it in the comments. Thanks for watching.